because of my time spent in North Carolina, this Belichick situation has been interesting to me generally. I did not think it was going. I'd say that first drive they had in their game, I was like, oh, this is going to work. They look like a very well coached operation. Nothing has been in line with that since. Your wife is a Clemson grad, so I think you probably got a chance to watch them beat the brakes off North Carolina last week. Now all the reports are starting to come out. The way you know it's over has begun to happen. All the leaks, all the anonymous stuff. Like, you don't normally see reports like we've seen this week about Carolina till the end of the year after the guy gets fired. Everybody's making the case. Then you've got Belichick has started buyout talks if he can find another coaching job or a media place to land. And I can't tell if that's Belichick trying to find the job or if that's Carolina trying to find a job for Belichick. Everybody is over it. The season isn't even halfway done.
Well, and those statements of denial really didn't inspire much confidence. It was like, I am committed to North Carolina. North Carolina is committed to Bill Belichick.
Yes.
End of statement.
The athletic director who didn't hire him putting out that statement.
Yeah. Well, and that is the thing too. Like the reporting on it is like not just like an anonymous source close to the program. It's like, says a defensive assistant coach. I'm like, God damn. Like that's not like a low level type of situation. Like if you trust the reporting, which I have no reason not to. My thing on this from the beginning was that he didn't want the job. He clearly wanted to be in the NFL. Like a couple of years ago, he interviews for the Falcons job. We saw that hilarious picture of him in the suit and tie in line at the Chick-fil-A, like when he was down there interviewing with Arthur Blank. Then he does every media job in the world to like stay out there. And he clearly wanted to be in the NFL. And by the way, I wanted him to be in the NFL. Like this whole time, this has felt below him, a man of his stature. Like if he was going to keep coaching, like I wanted to see him get another shot in the NFL. I think if you don't feel shame and embarrassment, it's like a tremendous quality in a person if you're like performing on Saturday Night Live.
It's an adaptive advantage.
Yeah, it absolutely. But how I want my like legends to feel some modicum of shame. Like this is beneath you. Like this is just embarrassing. The 20-something girlfriend who's running your operation and the reporting and the anonymous sources and getting the doors blown off of you. And like Michael Jordan shows up to the first game and he'll never be at another North Carolina football game again. Like, why would he? It's just it's so humiliating. Like I hope it ends. I hope it ends and we can just forget about this. And then like 10 years from now, who's the greatest football coach of all time? Like, debate Bill Belichick's merits and just like never mention this again.
Yeah, it's like what will the thing be that he's doing next year? I told somebody, I was talking to one of my local guys, and I'm like, so does he make it through the season? He was like, does he make it through the weekend?
Jesus.
Like this is a lot to come out to then have another month and a half of season left. The report that Hulu had been filming a behind the scenes documentary and that has been scrapped.
Someone's gonna get that footage. Yeah. And like also, there was one of the reports that had like a parent was furious, and obviously, maybe a parent is frustrated that a promise was broken in recruiting, and disgruntled parent happens at every college football program, sure. But God damn, I'd be furious if I sent my son to play for him and it was going like this.
Well, I think something that he and all his guys, all these 33rd team, we all are from the NFL thing. Coaching generally involves a lot of soft skills, but college coaching really requires a lot of soft skills. Never mind the fact that I don't think Belichick knows a good football player when he sees one anymore.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of soft skills to do this. And dealing with players at the ages of 18 to 23 or 24 and everything that comes with that. Like, and I don't know, look, Belichick's a man who's a father with sons, right? So he has dealt with people these ages before. He knows something about them, to put it like that. I don't know how exactly it is that he engages or interacts with his players, but it doesn't sound like it's going to. Nobody seems to be having a good time. And so you are a Syracuse grad. You understand what I'm saying here. When you are a program where I would say that Syracuse is like a plus or minus 6-win program, Carolina's a plus or minus 7-win program. And look, I've seen those people be very happy with 7 wins if they're the right 7 wins. It's got to be a good time, man. They would like to be excellent, but they'll settle for a good time. Like right now, look, basketball season has begun. They'll always go do that. It's got to be fun. And Belichick, it's only fun if you win. I talked to a guy that played for the Patriots many years ago, and he played other places, and it was his first year. And I was like, how is it? And look, they won a Super Bowl this year. But he's like, it's not the most fun place to play, but you have a chance to win every week. You're not going to have a chance to win every week in North Carolina no matter what. Like, it's very unlikely that's going to happen. This has to be fun. Nobody's having any fun.
Yeah, it has to be fun, or you have to actually be able to put dudes into the NFL at a clip that is higher than your win total would expect, because it's like, wow, I came there as a 3-star guy and I left there as a 2nd-round pick. Anyone think that that's where this is going? This is just every story that comes out is so petty, and like beneath, he still is like releasing statements about the crafts. Like they can't show Drake May videos on social media. Patriots scouts can't go to North Carolina. Like it's just all, it's so petty and beneath them. And yes, definitely not fun. And they're losing. It seems like a guy who didn't want to be there and then now isn't doing everything to make it work. And like we've seen it before. One of his guys, Charlie Weiss.
Yeah.
Like they have like a little bit of an arrogance of like, yeah, I was a great coach in the NFL. So obviously at this lower, lesser level, I will be a super coach. No, man, you got to do the work.
One of my good friends, who is one of the biggest Carolina fans I know, hit me and said, people down here want your boy Pablo to find out some more.
Hell yeah.
But I think it gets to something interesting, though. All that focus over the summer on the girlfriend, and Carolina obviously did not like that as a program, right? Like people found that to be embarrassing, but it obscured that the real problems were going to be foundational to football. Like that was all that talk about Jordan Hudson, and nobody was getting college football and the NFL are not the same.
So before I got this gig at FS1, I made my bones up. All I've ever done is local radio, Syracuse to Kansas City to Chicago, and then fill in nationally or whatever. But we had Michael Lombardi as as like a weekly contributor to the station. And when he got that job, I said on TV, Michael Lombardi's last job was weekly losing arguments to me on the radio. like I could not have been less impressed with like the current, maybe 15 years ago, I have no idea. But like the present tense of Michael Lombardi was like making like Sopranos analogies and telling old Bill Belichick or Bill Walsh stories. Like it wasn't terribly contemporary or logically consistent. So I was not surprised that this has gone very poorly.
I have long wondered what it is that Bill Belichick sees in him. Like all these different people that have given him these different jobs.
Yeah.
Like, so what? I always assume there's something that I don't know or I don't see or I don't understand. So case in point, Brian Schottenheimer, who seems to be doing a very good job, or I don't want to say very good, but I think he's doing a good job as the head coach with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how their offenses looked without Pickens and with some of those offensive line injuries.
And I've never liked how he runs an offense, right? And I've seen him bounce around everything else, but there's got to be something that people see. And I kind of get it. Like it's going to be, he's Marty Schottenheimer's son, right? It's going to be a certain measure of just kind of foundational. It's not going to be flashy, exciting football, but there are clearly things that he could do. Mike Shula is a great example where he's talking to my buddy Sean King about it when Shula got the job with Cam working with Carolina. They're like, yeah, we're going to keep this simple, but he's going to make it to where Cam doesn't have to do this much, and it's just going to center around what he does well, getting the ball down the field. And we're going to have a strong running game in front of it. But okay, you can explain to me what it is that you see in him, if even though all I see is a boring offense with my untrained eye. Nobody can explain to me what you think about Lombardi.
Yeah. And by the way, that was what it was with most of those dudes around the Patriots. Like, who left and was like, awesome? Like Scott Pioli,
right?
Wasn't. Bill O'Brien,
Matt Patricia, though, he's doing a good job with the Ohio State defense. What do you know when you got better players than everybody else?
Yeah, exactly. So like Brady and Belichick got a ton of people jobs. Like that's Mike Tomlin has no coaching tree. Andy Reid has an incredible coaching tree. Like there's you can be a great coach with a ton of success and like run the gamut on that one, but it doesn't seem like any of these guys are able to be successful outside of the Belichick, Brady, I guess Kraft orbit. Because I have no idea why Michael Lombardi keeps getting jobs, but he gets a lot of them. Guy's had a lot of jobs
in many industries.
In many industries.
Many industries.